Deep within the von Hausbrook estate, Mortimer lies in chains, imprisoned by his friends, manipulated by his friends, all for his own safety. In restless slumber, his eyes briefly flicker open, and he catches a brief glimpse of the room. He can see the branches of the trees covering the sky, the night. It is dark, even though deep down he knows it is the day. The border between dreams and reality is shattered in his mind. The nightmare, the forest of the mind, is eternal. He is a child again. He cries. Oh God, he cries. He wants to go home. He wants things to return back to the way they were. But things will never return back to the way they were. For so long he had been lost in the fog that he had almost forgotten what other terrors nightmares could bring. But as the walls of his mind cracked, splintered, new dreads, new anguishes, new phantasms crept through. Through the fog he saw them exactly as they appeared to him in the waking world. He tried to go back down the steps as John St. John approached. He tried to cry out, but his hand was upon his throat. He tried to scream, but he can't. And effortlessly he was thrown into the maw of the thorns, into the maw of the beast. For the trees quaked, the roots groaned, the branches quivered. It raged. Oh God, it raged. He cried. He cried so much, but he was but a child. What could he do? That was when he saw his sire. He saw her as she was, ebony hair, emerald eyes, lips as red as roses. She offered her life in exchange for his, and the brute, the Giovanni thug, smiled. He took Mortimer from the maw of the beast, and she took his place and was devoured. The forest, beast, the room, the dream, the nightmare. His very life. It would never end. It would never end. And so, Mortimer, but a child, he cried, as the nightmare repeated again and again. And as the beast eroded what was left, something changed within Mortimer. Through tear-filled eyes, he realized, in a moment of clarity, in a moment of truth that can only come when a soul had been scoured so much, scoured and stripped of all illusions. And Mortimer lay down and died. And the corpse that arose was different. He was no longer a child. He saw and stared into the eyes of his nightmare. He stared into the eyes of the beast, and he said, "So be it. If this is my fate, then so be it. But I will not be alone. My nightmares will hunt the living. My torment shall be that of my enemies. I will never let this happen again." And so, as the sun set, as the moon began to rise, the barriers between the two worlds re-solidified. The nightmares would remain within his head again, for now, and with very weary eyes, Mortimer would awaken into the night.